上がるって分かっててフリーにしてやる理由はねえよ。嫌だ、ジャンプ力が落ちてる。
Who doesn't love a good underdog story? There's something universally captivating about watching a seemingly ordinary person defy the odds and rise to greatness. In the world of anime, this trope isn't just popular, it's an art form. There's something irresistible about watching a character fight tooth and nail against overwhelming odds, someone who's far from perfect, yet determined to rise above their circumstances. Maybe it's because deep down, we all feel like underdogs sometimes. Whatever the reason, anime has given us some of the most inspiring kick-ass underdogs out there. These stories carry a unique charm because they remind us that perseverance, grit, and heart can sometimes beat raw talent or strength. So grab your popcorn, or your favorite Japanese snack, and let's dive into this list of anime heroes who started from the bottom and worked their way to the stars. Mutta Namba, the protagonist of Space Brothers, opens my list. Ever feel like life's passing you by? Meet Mutta Namba, the ultimate late bloomer hero. We usually think of underdog stories as being about supernatural fights or explosive action, but Space Brothers takes a more grounded, relatable route. It's the story of Mutta, a man in his 30s stuck in a dead-end job, who's suddenly given a chance to chase the dream he shared with his younger brother, becoming an astronaut. His brother Hibito has already made it to space, while Mutta has fallen behind, doubting whether he can ever catch up. Mutta's journey isn't about raw talent or being born special. It's about perseverance, confronting self-doubt, and finding the courage to pursue something you thought had passed you by. It's a deeply human story, and in many ways, that's what makes Mutta such a compelling underdog. Space Brothers is a love letter to dreamers everywhere. It reminds us that sometimes, the biggest obstacle standing between us and our goals is our own self-doubt. So if you're feeling stuck in a rut, give this show a watch. It might just inspire you to take that first small step towards your own giant leap.
どうぞ。
また言ってる。
一つ、君たちに大事なことを言っておく。間違っても俺のように上司に続けなんかしちゃダメだよ。
Next on the list is Shoyo Hinata, the protagonists of Haikyuu. Alright, sports fans, this one's for you. In the world of sports anime, underdogs reign supreme, but Haikyuu takes it to another level with its small but fiery protagonist, Shoyo Hinata. He's short, inexperienced, and playing a sport, volleyball, that seems to favor the tall and mighty. But what Hinata lacks in height, he makes up for in sheer determination and an impossibly high vertical jump. Shoyo constantly battles the odds. He's often underestimated, even mocked for daring to dream big in a sport that doesn't seem to fit him physically. But Haikyuu is more than just about Shoyo's journey. It's a story of Karasuno High, a once great team fallen from glory. Together, they claw their way back to the top, with every match pushing them to their limits. What's brilliant about this series is how it doesn't just highlight the physical struggle but the emotional and mental battle as well, showing that determination, teamwork, and heart can triumph over any obstacle. And let's talk about those volleyball matches. The animation is so fluid and dynamic that you'll find yourself holding your breath during every rally. Haikyuu doesn't just make volleyball look cool, it makes you want to grab a ball and start practicing your serves right away.
でも乱された。そこは使えない。どうしても身構えて固く。でもいい。高さの真っ向勝負なら待ってるんだよ。
At number 8 goes Kenichi Shirahama, protagonist from Kenichi, the mightiest disciple. Kenichi isn't your typical shonen protagonist. At the start of Kenichi, the mightiest disciple, he's timid, constantly bullied, and has no natural talent for fighting. Yet, that's precisely why he's such a relatable and inspiring underdog. Kenichi doesn't become a master overnight. He trains, he fails, he gets beaten up a lot, and he keeps coming back for more. The beauty of Kenichi's journey lies in the fact that he's an ordinary guy who, through sheer will and insane training, manages to become someone who can stand up to much stronger, more talented opponents. While Kenichi does have some latent talent for learning martial arts, it's his determination and work ethic that drive his growth. His rise in the martial arts world doesn't come easy. He doesn't get a power boost out of nowhere or unlock some hidden potential. Instead, he has to face his weaknesses, his fear, and his insecurities head-on. As Kenichi faces increasingly powerful opponents, you can't help but root for him. Each victory feels earned, and even his defeats serve as stepping stones to greater strength. It's a classic zero-to-hero story, but with enough unique elements to keep it fresh and engaging. Naruto Uzumaki from Naruto comes next. Come on, you knew this one was going to be on the list. Naruto is practically synonymous with the underdog trope in anime. Our boy Naruto starts off as the village outcast, feared and despised because of the nine-tailed fox demon sealed inside him. Despite this, Naruto's dream of becoming Hokage, the leader of his village, never wavers. He's shunned for reasons beyond his control and struggles with chakra control, especially early on, but he still pushes forward. Though he manages to master certain techniques like the Shadow Clone Jutsu, he faces difficulty with others, making his journey even more relatable. What makes Naruto's journey so compelling is how relatable it is. Sure, most of us aren't trying to become the leader of a ninja village, but we've all felt like outsiders at some point. Naruto's struggle to gain recognition and prove his worth resonates on a deeply human level. The show also does a fantastic job of world building, creating a rich universe filled with interesting characters, each with their own motivations and backstories. And let's not forget the epic battles. From Naruto's early struggles to his eventual powerhouse status, watching him grow is incredibly satisfying.
As long as there is one villager who will fight for his friends, lay down his life for his fellows, the village will survive!
Until I become Hokage, I don't give an I am not gonna die! We shall see.
Still going on the list is Yoichi Isargi from Blue Lock. Soccer, ego, and survival of the fittest. That's Blue Lock in a nutshell. Yoichi Isagi doesn't start off as a prodigy. In fact, he's just another player in the Japanese soccer system with a dream. What sets him apart isn't raw skill, but his intelligence and determination to become the best striker in the world. He isn't your typical underdog protagonist. He's not particularly talented or physically gifted. What makes him different is his analytical mind and his growing hunger to be the best. What makes Blue Lock so refreshing is its unapologetic embrace of individualism in a team sport. It challenges the notion that being a good team player always means being selfless. Unlike other sports anime, Blue Lock thrives on competition, selfishness, and ambition. It's a fascinating twist on the sports genre, where Yoichi's underdog status doesn't mean he's the nice guy who wins through teamwork. Instead, Yoichi learns to be ruthless and selfless by tapping into his own ego and outsmarting stronger, more talented opponents. It's a brutal climb to the top, but that's what makes his journey so exhilarating. Yatora Yaguchi from Blue Period takes the 5th place. Underdog stories aren't just about physical battles, and Blue Period demonstrates this perfectly through the journey of Yatora Yaguchi, a high school delinquent who unexpectedly falls in love with art. But discovering his passion is just the beginning. Yatora is a complete novice, surrounded by students who've been honing their craft for years, leaving him constantly battling feelings of inadequacy. What makes Blue Period stand out is its raw, honest portrayal of the artistic process. It doesn't sugarcoat the challenges Yatora faces as he tries to catch up to his more experienced peers. The show delves deep into the insecurities, self-doubt, and moments of imposter syndrome that plague many creatives. But it's not all struggle and angst. Blue Period also captures the pure joy of creation and the thrill of improvement. Watching Yatora slowly develop his skills and find his artistic voice is incredibly satisfying. It's a reminder that it's never too late to discover your passion, and that hard work can indeed bridge the gap between talent and inexperience. Kaiji, Ultimate Survivor comes next, and our underdog protagonist is Kaiji Itu. Kaiji starts off as a deadbeat gambler drowning in debt. When he's offered a chance to clear his debts through a series of high-stakes games, he jumps at the opportunity, not realizing he's about to enter a world where losing means more than just financial ruin. What sets Kaiji apart is its psychological intensity. The games Kaiji participates in aren't just tests of luck or skill, they're brutal mind games that push him to his mental and emotional limits. The show does an incredible job of building tension, making even simple rock-paper-scissors matches feel like life-or-death situations. Kaiji's growth throughout the series is fascinating to watch. He starts off naive and often makes foolish decisions, but he learns from each game, becoming shrewder and more strategic. It's a different kind of underdog story, one where the protagonist's greatest enemy is often his own weaknesses and where victory means outsmarting those who would exploit him. Starting off the top 3 is Joe from Megalobox. Set in a world where boxers use mechanical enhancements called gear to boost their abilities, our protagonist Joe decides to fight his way to the top, without using any gear at all. Talk about handicapping yourself. What makes Megalobox so captivating is its gritty, almost noir-like atmosphere. The show oozes style, from its sketchy animation to its thumping soundtrack. Joe's journey from underground fighter to championship contender is full of intense battles, both in and out of the ring. But it's not just about the fighting. Megalobox explores themes of identity, free will, and what it means to truly be strong. Joe's decision to fight gearless isn't just a handicap, it's a statement about relying on one's own strength rather than technological enhancements. It's an underdog story with a philosophical edge, and it's absolutely thrilling to watch. Megalobox isn't just about winning matches, it's about breaking free from a life of poverty and obscurity, defying the system, and proving that true strength comes from within.
What's this about true megaloboxing?
A street dog wouldn't understand.
Try me.
In the ring, only true skill will survive.
Stray dogs such as yourself aren't allowed here.
All I want to know is if this little gamble of yours is over.
Second place goes to Simon from Gurren Lagann. Simon starts off as a timid digger living underground, but thanks to his charismatic, larger-than-life mentor Kamina, Simon's journey of self-discovery begins. At the end of the series, he's literally altering the fabric of the universe. Talk about character development. What makes Gurren Lagann so special is its unabashed embrace of over-the-top action and emotion. The show starts off relatively grounded, well, as grounded as a show about giant robots can be, but each victory sees Simon and his team facing even more impossible odds. And somehow, through sheer willpower and belief in themselves, they always manage to push through. The show's message of believing in yourself and pushing past your limits is delivered with such earnestness and enthusiasm that it's hard not to get swept up in it. By the time you reach the galaxy-spanning final battle, you'll be ready to believe that you too can pierce the heavens with your drill.
シモンさん合体だはい俺だ穴掘りシモンだ
Topping our list is Osamu Mikumo from World Trigger. World Trigger is a show that takes the underdog trope and turns it on its head. In a world where humans with special powers defend Earth from interdimensional invaders, alien creatures known as neighbors, our protagonist Osamu Mikumo is decidedly average. He's not particularly strong, fast, or skilled. What he does have is a sharp mind and an unwavering sense of justice. What makes World Trigger stand out is its commitment to keeping Osamu an underdog throughout the series. Unlike many shonen protagonists who eventually become overpowered, Osamu remains physically outclassed by his peers and enemies. Instead, he relies on strategy, teamwork, and quick thinking to overcome challenges. Osamu is a part of the Border Defense Agency, but unlike other agents, he's neither exceptionally strong nor talented. The show's complex power system and emphasis on tactics make every battle a thrilling chess match. Watching Osamu find creative ways to contribute and lead, despite his limitations, is incredibly satisfying. World Trigger proves that being an underdog isn't about eventually becoming the strongest. It's about finding your own unique way to make a difference.
僕にはお前が他のネイバーと同じとは思えない。昨日助けてもらった恩もある。
何しろこいつのトリガーは見つければ争わずして大きな戦力が手に入れられますよ。
There you have it, fans. 10 anime that prove you don't need to start off as the chosen one to become a hero. These shows remind us that with enough determination, creativity, and heart, even the unlikeliest of underdogs can rise to the top. So the next time you're feeling outmatched or overwhelmed, remember these inspiring characters and their journeys. Who knows? You might just have what it takes to be the protagonist of your own underdog story. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any new anime stuff from 7 Star Anime. Catch you next time.